What it do, my guys? You guys know what it is. Yo, you're up, and this show is pure gold. If you're not up, then you guys know what it is. Hit that up in the morning. This is the night vibe. We're just trying to, flood the airways. We'll be doing these things. I'm gonna have this show's gonna be jam packed for you guys. Not too long, not too short, just right. We got early games tomorrow. 12 o'clock it starts. You got baseball, you got uh, WNBA, and you got a lot of news. What this show is going to be about today, we're going to talk about some baseball, we're going to talk about some WNBA, and we're going to talk about some news around the way, what's going on. If you guys have any info on whatever topics we talk about, hit that up in the chat. If you guys want to talk about anything, hit it up in the chat. We'll discuss it on the news around the way segment. But for now, the game's basically just finished, and it was one for the ages. I tell you guys this, okay? The first sport, let me change this. Let's pop right into it like this. Wabam. So, Scubo made his debut, right? He made his debut yesterday, and I want to tell you guys something. It was fucking awful. Schoolbolt got spanked, okay? And I told you guys, he's going to make his debut, right? He's going to not only make his debut, he never played at the Dodgers field. That was a problem. He was in the league for already 3, 4, 5 years. He haven't played on the Dodgers field. How you ain't, come on, bro. How you ain't play on the Dodgers field, and then they expected him to win. Like, it was just like, if you, well, obviously you guys need to know baseball and know how this shit works. So once you know how this shit works, you guys already knew how it was gonna play out. Dodgers were overpriced because who they are, just got traded. When the guy comes on the team for the first time, you guys know already, right? What do I know? What do you know? We both know he's gonna struggle. He has to get on his team. He has to get, familiar with the situation. So, but I tell you this though, he did play good. Yes, they got smacked, but he got a couple strikeouts, and I don't see him doing that, doing any worse than what he did last night. So that was for sure something I wanted to talk to about because everybody thought Scubo was gonna do such an amazing job on the Dodgers, and nobody else wanted to do anything, right? So meaning nobody else thought they could have they could have bought him or anything. So they let the Dodgers basically steal him off, and then they complain about how the Dodgers are getting all these good players. But what they should do, let me tell you what they should do. These guys should freaking play. You understand what I'm saying? They should play and pay, pay to play, which means if you guys have players, you see with players, Detroit gave them away for nothing. It's like Detroit didn't want them. Does Detroit want to win? Does anybody want to win? Or is the Dodgers the only one showing us they want to win? You know? So for me, I look at it and I'm like, come on, guys. We all know better than this, but they're being mad at a league that's allowing their players and other teams to be rich. And rich meaning not money wise, but player wise. You understand? So would I be surprised if Dodgers gets what do you call it? Another championship this year? Not at all. Well, are you guys gonna be surprised? Come on. Like that should be easy work. But since I got you guys here, let me let me watch this with you guys. Let's watch a little thing together. Screwballs pitches a few little strikeouts from Screwball. Okay. And let's watch that. Let's watch a little strikeouts from Scooble. You know what I'm saying? See how my boy is looking, you know? See how my boy is looking. So let's see what he was doing. Mm-mm-mm. Our boy Scooble. Yeah, put that on the big screen, my guys.
Fastball. The throw. And score. Surprised him with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. The throw. Almost triple digits.
Look at
And that ball was true.
that shit nice.
Tonight be a
Jeez,
sense
that shit nice.
what it will be like to play.
Nice.
He was booed when he began his warm-ups.
After
He was booed.
done yesterday, Craig Counsell
Look at that.
got him in the lineup, but Scoop
But you know what's so funny though about these highlights
catchers and
is
Scoop
that
wipes out a
they're
Maya with
just
a
highlights.
changeup.
If
That's
you
his
look at
fourth
this shit,
strikeout.
Ball just presents itself as a strike for such. For 50.
Open up play today with a 9-game lead. There's a swing and a miss. Skubal exacts a little revenge on Swanson. He comes back to strike him out.
Bat, a fastball up and in.
And Skubal.
just to let you guys know, by the time he's destroying these guys and giving them when he met Swanson talking about the revenge and shit, this is what I like about highlights. The highlights, you just look at highlights, you swear they won. They didn't win at all. They got spanked. But anyways, Scooball, he's in for a better situation. He just got bad played yesterday and on to today. They got spanked again. Dodgers lost. They're giving it up. And it's the pitching, to be honest. It's the pitching. Also, Toronto today. I don't know if you guys are following Houston Astros, but Houston Astros, they're out here. They're just giving up leads. It's past All-Star break, so just understand right now. They're about 140 games left. Okay, 40, 30 games left. Teams are about to realize they can't make the playoffs. So they're going to start trying shit out. When these teams start trying shit out, that's when you start capitalizing on a plus money. I'm telling you guys right now, baseball, in my opinion, is not a team sport. I- As long as you have the best pitchers and the most consistent hitters, not the best hitters, because the best hitters are not the most consistent hitters. You see what I'm saying? There's some players that hit the ball more, but they're not the best. Also, like you see, power, velocity, if they get home runs, how often they strike out, what type of strikeouts, like all of this. So it's like more of an individual type of thing. The pitcher, if the pitcher is on his game, it doesn't matter who is at the bat. You're not touching it. But now, is every pitcher like that? You know, like, but there's teams right now they're on hot streaks right now. Okay. Look, I'll keep you guys really, really very simple. The longest win streak in baseball right now is Boston Red Sox. 7 wins. Okay. And they're tied with the Atlanta Braves at 7 wins. So those are the hottest teams in baseball. The coldest teams in baseball right now is Dodgers and Athletics. So Dodgers lost 6 in a row. Dodgers, the LA Dodgers. The Athletics lost 7 in a row. They're not making you money. And it's that 6 in a row, 7 in a row. That means for you guys who've been betting the Dodgers at plus money or regular money or whatever money, not only has they been taking your money, they've been spoiling your unders. Dodgers are the under team as well. They've been taking your money and spoiling your unders. These top teams in the baseball, like the top teams in the East, Central, West, in the East, Central, West, in the Northern National, and in the American, they're not the top teams to make you money. You be betting them all the day, and you're gonna lose. That's why people don't like parlays, especially in baseball. because you're gonna make a parlay think it's gonna be easy, and it's not easy. You have to put in some work, and that's what people don't want to do. They have to put in some work. Look at this game um last night. The Diamondbacks versus the Padres. Diamondbacks had these guys no hits till the ninth inning. Padres did score. Whether or not Padres won or not, these are in plays now. In play pieces. Certain teams, when you get to the bullpen, right? They're going to give it up. So when you see teams doing this, like Diamondbacks, for example, they're not that of a good team to keep another team down like that. So even if they did that, the chances of them doing that is not good. So let's say you're in play better, right? And you're seeing this. You could in play Padres team total over one, over two. Padres finished with four, but like you were getting plus money on zero. So if you went one, that's even plus money. It's just little gems, little pieces on how to bet on these games, especially if you don't see the patterns, right? Brian Wu, he played. You guys already know when Wu's at home, he wins. When he's not at home, he loses. Here's another gem. Now, baseball is very simple and straightforward when you allow it to. Okay, two gems I'm going to give you, but another one will be Detroit Tigers. We already know what Detroit Tigers want to do. They showed us already. They are a fade for the rest of the season. Do you understand what I'm saying? A fade for the rest of the season, especially on the road and an under team. Okay. Now, the Brewers, there's a stat going on. When the Pittsburgh Pirates lose a Paul Skeens day, they win the next game. So I'm not telling you where to put your money, but I'm giving you some advice. I've been seeing this pattern, and what you guys are going to do is when you wake up tomorrow or whenever you see this, if you didn't wake up in time because it's early games, just check. When Skeens lose, the Pirates win the next game. 7-0 so far. It's going to be 8-0. Don't look, don't check, just chill, relax, press the button. Pirates money line. It don't matter what it is. Don't even look. Just click it and leave. You know what I mean? And that's basically what's gonna go on. Um, Also, what was a crazy game? The Mets Guardians was a crazy game, and Nationals Phillies. Could you believe that Nationals and Phillies were four apiece all the way to the end, and then these guys end up losing by six. Like that's crazy. The bullpens are terrible. There's some places, some teams that are just not going to cut it for us. But hey, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here till the end of the season. So we're gonna get this money together. Don't worry, guys. Now, the first few games, like I said, tomorrow, Ashcraft against Dustin May from St. Louis. I don't like Dustin May, but I don't even know why I'm breaking down this game. I already told you what you have to do. Wake up. The game's at 210. These guys are a plus 125. You wake up and you bet the Pirates. Simple as that. Call it what you want, but it's gonna be easy. Now, this guy right here, David motherfucking Peterson on the Cubs. I'm gonna go and put him under his under his pitcher outs. It's about 16, 17, so he has to go past the sixth inning. Okay, he has to be in the game after the sixth inning. I don't think he is. He's I don't believe he's that guy. Okay, and you already know Tiger's already on automatic fade, and I'm just going down these things really quick. And it's not really quick, but it's really quick. Just the games I like. I'm not gonna break every game down because I'm not playing every game. And I know you guys want to play games I want to play. And here's another game. Cole Drake. This guy is making his debut in the Diamondbacks against the the Padres. So no information. This guy's a rookie. Okay, this guy's a rookie. He just started, and I'm telling you. Anybody who is a rookie, you fade. I don't give a shit, especially after the Padres just lost. Like, you see how the Padres lost last night? It's Walker Bueller against a rookie. Huh. That's if anything goes wrong in the day, you guys know what to do. Padres to get your money back at the end of the day. So let's wrap that shit up. That's the MLB for you guys. So you guys already know. I like the fucking Pirates, the Padres. You fade the Detroit and David Peterson under his pitcher outs because like he ain't nice. He ain't nice. Let's go all the way to the WNBA. So we in the W, and what I like to see. Let me tell you guys what I like to see here. Okay, first of all, the WNBA is on some other shit. Why do I say that? I'm gonna tell you why. Because they're on some. So first things first, Sophie Cunningham, right? She came on and talked about what transgender players, okay, transgender women in the WNBA, should they play, should they not play, all that bullshit. She said she ain't feeling that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Now, why she ain't feeling that shit? Because what the fuck? This is how this should be. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna play a little clip for you guys before we even get to the games because like this is just going all around. I want to know what you guys feel about this shit. Okay, how do you guys feel about this? Do you think do you think this should be like, you know what I mean? Let's I'm gonna let you guys hear this. Do you think they should allow this shit or should they not allow this shit? Or what do you think? You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? Shield's gonna talk.
if to get your thoughts on the league's discipline of an owner, the actual issue that brought us to this point, I would just apology for the incident. And the WNBA ruled that the interaction violated its fan code of conduct, the Storm issuing an apology for the incident afterwards. Sophie, without sort of revisiting the actual issue that brought us to this point, I would just love if to get your thoughts on the league's discipline of an owner over a fan interaction.
Yeah, I think I have a very clear and strong perspective on this. With that being said, though, I think I know that people are not always going to align and agree. I totally understand that. But I think the most important thing is of having that respect, having that love, and pursuing peace in these conversations, in these debates, because I think that is healthy. Now, with that being said, I just hate how the basketball of it all, is just getting overshadowed. I think that you are seeing teams playing at the highest level they've ever played at. You see great basketball, the most elite level basketball this league has ever seen. And it just makes me sad that all this kind of drama and on things that truly don't matter are getting overshadowed. The basketball is getting overshadowed. And so my biggest thing is love and respect. I think there's room for absolutely everybody. We don't always have to agree, but that respect and love definitely has to be there.
Look, guys, I think whenever it comes to any divisive issues, you're always going to have some emotions involved. But at the end of the day, when you're in a leadership position, you're held to a higher standard. Whether you're a player, a coach, an owner, you have to understand that. And we play.
So this is her saying, yo, she's standing on business, but it's overshadowing. She's just trying to do her perspective. So, but I'm gonna show you what she said though. You heard? So this is what she said though. All right. This is what she said. Chick off. All right, guys. 1 second. So you tell me, what do you guys speak about this? How you feel about that?
And you talked about wanting to protect young girls who shouldn't have to go against biological men. Just can you expand your viewpoint on that?
I mean, I think I said what I said. I think it's kind of common sense. And I think I'll always believe in that. I think it's really important to protect children. And that's little girls who are also involved in that category. And so I stand on what I said, and I always believe that.
Yeah, do you see your advocacy on that like taking any form going forward?
I don't know. I'm not a very political person, but I do have beliefs. I have morals, and I'll always stand on those and be true to who I am. And I think people are going to take it how they want to take it, but I've never even really said anything about that. And so when it comes just to protecting young girls in sport and women in sport, I feel very strongly about that. I think that's why you have Title IX. That's why you have some of the greats in women's sports. If Title IX and women's sports weren't protected, then you wouldn't hear about any type of women in sport. And so I think in the future, it's just really important to protect.
On that same vein.
So, how do you guys feel? Do you think that's wrong? And watch what the coach did. She came out here wearing trans kids belong. Don't get me wrong. You could be trans, bans, alien. I don't give a two shits. But the way I look at this shit is unfair. You heard? It's literally unfair because if you out here, whatever, if you're a man or a woman, whatever the fuck it is, right? And you decide to stay true to yourself or stay whatever gender you want to play with. Now, someone who's born a woman should play with other women that was born a woman. Someone that changes to a woman should play with people change to a woman. Someone that changed to a man should play with people that change to a man, and so on and so forth. Meaning, I would feel the same way if a woman became a man and wanted to come in the NBA. There- It would be unfair. The NBA is going to take advantage of her. Same way how if the man was in the WNBA, the man is going to take advantage of them in the WNBA. It's all about being fair. Like it's crazy because why aren't women speaking up for this shit? Did you hear what she said? She said it overshadowed the WNBA. They're doing good things and it overshadowed the WNBA. Why is it such a big situation? Because they say the women stand up for each other. But little do they know, they don't stand up for each other. They're lying to you guys. How do you guys feel about that in the comments section? Do you guys feel that the coach is wrong, Sophie is wrong, or nobody's wrong? Do you think the transgenders should be able to enter the WNBA if you were born a man? What do you guys feel about that? How do you think about that? Because that's a real crazy topic to think about, and the fact that it's torn, it's crazy, and I really want to know. But hit that in the comment section and let's talk about it. What do you guys think about that? Yes, no, maybe so. Maybe you had experience. Do you think it's fair? Would you accept it? And would you still ride for your coach after you see your coach try to disrespect the other player when they did that? Like, I think that's crazy as well. You know, it's called women's basketball. You see what I'm saying? The W, like, not men's basketball or transgender. It's a woman, like, you understand? But you guys let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys got. So we had 4 games today. I already told you what I like today. Your your girl Kelsey Plum came back. I told you guys she getting smacked. I told you guys. I told you guys. Storm ain't Storm is gonna handle business because Liberty ain't real. Double digits, no way. Okay. That girl Shepard, Jessica Shepard on the wings. No one's talking about her. I don't know why. You need to start talking about her. She is doing the White Howard numbers 22, 11, and 7. Her game is cold, 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 cold. But, she didn't cover. And then you have LA Sparks. LA Sparks ain't winning another game. They traded their best player. LA Sparks is like Detroit Tigers. It's the same shit. They trade their best players. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They just trading players and shit. They ain't about that life. So we got a couple games tomorrow. literally three. Okay, and this is how we're rocking right now. I got some plays for you guys. Okay, I got some plays for you guys, and I'm looking at my girl, my girl Aja Wilson. Okay, Aja Wilson. She she is at 10 rebounds. Let me tell you guys something about Asia Wilson, okay? Let me tell you guys something about Asia Wilson. What I like about Asia Wilson is that you have to pick your spots with her. If you don't pick your spots right with her, you're gonna lose your shit. So let me show you. I like her at obviously I like I'll give you a side at the end. But for now, let me share my screen with you guys. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So Asia Wilson will be my target for today. Okay. And we're gonna we're gonna this is what we're gonna do right here. As you guys can see a little thing, Asia Wilson, rebounds and assists, hit rate at 42%, odds imply 56, whatever, that's bullshit. So this shows you all that shit. Let me tell you guys something. Against Indiana. You see that? If you guys can see, his spread is Vegas' favorite, but Vegas is not favored everywhere, which means right there, if you see Vegas at plus money, you know what to do. Now, look at this shit. Their offensive rebounds, their defensive rebounds, this all the stats here. It's a perfect site for you guys. Their rebounds, they're in second, which means Asia here, the last time they played, Asia got boom. She just got her thing. At this, I will take Asia to get this. Plus, I will go to Asia's threes. Okay. And she been on a roll. Look at her. The last 5 games, one, two, three, four, five, six. She been hitting the three. You pair that shit up. Asia to get a three, Asia to get her points and rebounds. As simple as that. Right? And the other girl, your girl Jackie Young, man. Jackie, she's a variable, but she, this girl and her threes, as you can see, one, two, three, four, five. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea Gray, under on her threes. Look at that. 3 points attempts. They're first, like the position. These guys guard the 3 point line very well. So if you look, it's going to be harder than you think to handle this business. So, and those two pros, you guys know what I like. I like I showed you that and that. Now, what's pretty funny about this though, okay, is that there's more than those games, but I don't really like Spurs is on Spurs. Sparks is on a back to back. Sparks is gonna get smacked up again, but the spread is too high. 15.5 and shit like that. The spread is just too high. So I can't pick that. So how I'm going to look at this game, okay, I'm going to go look at what's her name. You ready? Abama Bubuke, okay, Nikia, uh, and I'm just gonna take whatever she can. If Nikia, I want Nikia have whatever she's been getting her threes, points and rebounds, everything. But if I'm going to pick the spread on Minnesota, I have to pick them minus 20. I have to get a bang for my buck. You heard? So that's how I would do it. Fire and tempo, I'm off that game. Mabry probably get three pointers. She be shooting threes like she shoots like 15 threes a game for like no reason. But that's how I would look at it. Mabry to get that. And my let's talk about one, two little news around the way. What was going on in the news around the way? So the news around the way. Are you guys ready for this? Now, football's gonna be here soon. I hope you guys are ready for that. Okay. We also have an amazing. There's a lot of shit going on. So we see a couple things. A couple things. Where are we gonna start? First, they say Jalen Bronston should have never gave the money away. But hold on, whoa, whoa. Let's talk about Kevin Durant. Man, the Philadelphia team is better than the Golden State team. But then Klay Thompson came on and said, "Whoa, why you have to do me like that? I never won nothing." Because Kevin Durant said he never won nothing. How do you guys feel about that? Draymond Green went in and said, "Damn, KD, I thought this was your burner." So they felt away, but they didn't really address the situation. But KD said on paper. He didn't say they were technically better. He said on paper. So on the paper, what do you guys think? Hit me up in the chat. Hit me up in the DMs. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Philly this year against Golden State 2018 with Kevin Durant on the team, who would win? Who would win in the matchup? That would be an epic matchup. But who do you guys think would win? That would be something else, right? So that's how I'm looking at it. And honestly, other than that, what else we got to talk about? Yeah. This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Before I let you guys go, what the hell is going on with James Harden? Did you guys find out what was going on with James Harden? I don't know if you guys know, but apparently Moses Malone, okay, is beefing with James Harden. Okay, he's beefing with James Harden. Why is he beefing with James Harden? Hmm, hmm. Because apparently he paid people to rob him, right? I'll tell you why. You guys are ready? So, okay, hold on. Let me play this for you, and you guys let me know. You guys let me know what how do you feel about this? This is Moses Malone and James Harden, man. This shit crazy. Okay, so this is the story right here.
Would have something planned up for me. I pull up to the club. I had a parking spot in the front. As soon as I'm paying the valet person, I turn around and there's a nigga named Blunt. You know the Blunt nigga, Darian Blunt. He's walking from the club with 15 other guys. Right, literally 12 to 15 guys. They circle me. They all pull out their guns. They didn't have just regular guns. They had guns with drums, AKs out there, Uzis. I seen the guns. Like they came for me like I was Tony Montana. The first thing Blunt says to me, "Yeah, you on Facebook talking about James Harden." And I looked at the nigga like, "Are you serious?" That's exactly what I said. Are you serious? Yeah, you on Facebook talking about James Harden. You gonna end up dead out here. You gonna end up dead. So he's talking all this shit. And I'm just looking at Blunt. Now, Blunt, to remind you, is 5'9", 350 pounds with a stomach like he's 18 months pregnant. Okay? Literally, like with twins, dog, with twins. Okay? This is how fat he is. I'll punish Blunt. So when I see all them guns, I do like this. And I look at him like that, and I do like this. Like, kind of smirk at him, like, nigga, you know damn well if you was out here by yourself, you get your ass whooped. That's how I looked at him, right? And then that nigga was like, get him. And then, some nigga punched me. Another nigga punched me. They ripped my earrings out of my ear. Somebody ran my pocket. They twist me around and a nigga pistol whipped me. A nigga pulled a gun out like he was about to shoot me. And then I heard somebody say, no, 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 no. And then he turned the gun around and hit me in the back of the head, right? Then I fell on the ground. And then somebody kicked me in my stomach. Then the other dude kicked me in my face. All right?
Oh.
Yeah. But I could hear Blunt the whole time. Yeah, punch that nigga, kick that nigga. He got to learn. He's talking all this shit, right? So after they took all my shit, my jewelry, it was like $50,000. I had David German chains. It took about $50,000 worth of jewelry from me, right? They ran my pockets. It was like $500 in my pocket. You know, they took my keys, credit cards, all this other shit. Now, remind you, this is in front of security. Security's watching this shit the whole time. Okay? So my guy that's with me, he couldn't do anything. It's 2 verse 15. So 5 minutes later, somebody comes and brings my keys and credit cards to me. And I tell that nigga, John, he's like, bro, all them niggas that did the situation is in James Harden's section right now. I said, what? I would never think in my life that these people would have something planned up for me. I pull up to the club. I had a parking spot in the front. As soon as I'm paying the valet person, I turn.
So, do you guys hear this shit? How you guys feel about that? But this is what James Harden did, right? But this is why he did that. Let me leave you guys with this, and let me guys tell you guys after this, hit me in the comments, right? Let me know. Is James Harden really about that life? What do you guys think about that? I'll see you guys tomorrow, and you guys make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we're gonna be back. Like I said, you make sure you wake up, you pick fucking Pittsburgh. You know, the record is recording. It says Skeens lose, Pittsburgh win. You guys already know who I don't like. If you don't know already, go all the way back. My top play, the best play at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That best play at the end of the day, you guys don't already know what it's going to be. I'm going to hit you guys with our girl, Asia. Our girl Asia. She's gonna do her thing and she's gonna make us eat. So you guys already know. Hit the like button, subscribe, and after this, let me know. Is James Harden about this life? This is why James Harden sent them goons to this man, Moses Malone Jr. This is why. After this, we out. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know what do you guys think about that. When the next show, I'll talk about this. But this is how we signing off. All right, my guys, we out. Peace.
One day I was at home, you know, I had some parents call me, underprivileged parents that you know, their parents can't pay to go to camps and stuff. And these ladies literally called me crying, saying, my son wants to go to James Harden's camp, but we can't afford it. He's charging $399 for a day and a half. Why didn't he go downtown to do a camp for free for the underprivileged kids? I got about 2 or 3 of these calls, right? So after the third call, I went on my Facebook post. I went on Facebook posts and I posted his flyer and I put, James Harden, why aren't you pretty much looking out for underprivileged kids? You're charging $399 for a camp. And there's a football player named Donald Driver that was doing the camp for free. I said, don't you make more money, way more money than Donald Driver. I said, don't become your Hollywood. Don't forget where you came from. Pretty much saying, you know, do something for the underprivileged kids in the ghetto. Why are you doing a camp with white people in Kingwood for $399 when you know, I don't like count people's money, but goddamn, you know what this motherfucker's making. So
Right.
I just made that statement, okay? And maybe about this shit had about 200 likes, 200 comments. Everybody was in agreement with me. And then I get a call from my then bodyguard. And he calls me. He's like, hey, man, man, what you post on Facebook? I was like, what you mean? I told him. He's like, man, you know, James' bodyguard, Tony, called me, and he said James is pissed off you posted up on something on Facebook. And I said, are you serious? Like I said, James Harden is mad about what I'm not thinking in my mind, why the fuck, me and James Harden ain't friends on Facebook? Why the fuck does he care about what I'm posting on Facebook? He gets talked about every day.
I'm talking